Okay, says we're live. So, and I always think there's a few seconds where you guys aren't hearing, so I always wait. So if there's a pause, that's why. Hey, Dorothy. Hi, Terry. Barbara. So we'll just give it a few seconds for people to come in. And look how pretty. I was playing with some inks, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just was playing with them. But they're really pretty. I want to figure out something to do with them. So, Terry, such a slacker. Hi, Joanne. They are pretty colors. They're the Bria Reese inks. I got them during that huge Hobby Lobby sale. I've never really done anything with them. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Kat. Kat, you're not a mod. Oh, and I fixed it. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I really don't know what the heck I'm going to do about that. Ugh, that annoys me. Sorry. Hi, Dee Dee. I'll go in and mess with it again. I don't know what to try next, Kat. I really don't. My bad. I mean, hi, Missy. So yeah, we'll just give people a little bit of chance to get in here. But yeah, I want to find out something. I want to figure out something to do with these. I thought about just gluing them down in a page in the scavenger hunt and then doing the cut a hole page. Hey, sister. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're pretty. So I just put them out here. But yeah, that Bria Reese ink, it's, I'll yank one out. Watercolor ink. So it's water soluble, and I'm afraid if I put matte medium down and go over it, everything's going to start moving, which may not be horrible. I don't know. Missy, hi, Laverne. But yeah, I've had them for the longest time, never done anything with them. So I need to figure it out, you know? And what else have I been doing? The only thing I did last week, of course, I did this, and I didn't really add anything to it. Wow, those lights are really bright. Let me move them back a little bit. Did that, didn't do anything after I finished it, just posted it on IG, but got a lot of comments on it. A lot of people liked that, and a lot of people played along, which I loved. And everybody did a really, really good job. I mean, so yeah, that made me happy. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with these. And then the only other thing I did, and I posted on IG, was one of the, let me fix my camera real quick. Art Salute Beginner over on IG is doing a challenge for the month of March, and it's about spring flowers, and there's really no room or rules. Hi, Selena. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it. There were some great versions of it, Terry, for sure. And hi, Kimberly. So I did this, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I have to still write a letter to my pen pal, and I didn't want to send the original, so I thought, well, I'm going to make some miniatures. So look, there's little baby miniatures of it. And I'm going to turn them into cards or something, you know. Thanks, Terry. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the next one. I need to go back and check again what the challenge is all about. But look at these little baby ones. Aren't they cute? And I didn't put gold on them. I haven't decided yet. Because the ruling pen is going to make too big a line. So I'm going to have to find out something else. And I thought, well, maybe I could order a kind of a gold pen, but it won't be like the mica gold. So I'm hesitant to do that. Hi, Angie. So yeah, that is literally all I did this week. I don't think I've done anything else. I mean, stuff around the house and paying bills and crap like that that I hate. But yeah, other than that, and the only thing I've done in the passport journal, and I don't know, you guys, I'm really hung up on this Iran page. Let me move all the junk off it because it's just sitting here waiting for me to get back to it. But I'm having a real hang up with this Iran page. When I think of Persia, I think you think Persian rugs, right? And they're very well known for that. Their Persian rugs are beautiful. So I printed this one out, but it's not going to be the whole page. It's going to be a tip in. So I have stuff that I'm going to put back here. But their animal is a lion, which I've already drawn, and their flower is a rose, which I've already drawn. So I thought I'm just going to print them out because I don't know why I have such a hang up about the Iran page. When I was doing the research, one thing, they have beautiful, beautiful mosques over there. So the Iran map will go over here. And then I picked out different places and printed out pictures of different places in Iran. And they were usually always the mosques because the mosques are so unbelievable, gorgeous. I mean, their tile work, their masonry, stuff like that, mind-bogglingly beautiful. They need to forget about war and terrorism and start paying attention to their rugs and their masonry. Angie, go take care of yourself. Yeah, because you had that procedure this morning. So this is something of what the Iran page will be. I don't know which of these images. Like, look at that mosque. Look at how gorgeous that is. So, but I don't know why. I'm just having a hang up every time I pick it up. I can't make decisions. I can't do anything right. And so I'm frustrated, but I'm going to finish it. I'm going to make myself finish it before I can do anything else. That's it, right? Hey, View. So I have decent images, but I don't think I'm going to draw on this page. I think I'm going to lay the images out and move on to something that I'm more motivated on. And I don't know why the hang up on this. I don't know if it's the news or what, but and then I'll put the sticker somewhere on it. So that's pretty much where I'm at on this. I don't want to say I'm stuck, but I'm just not motivated. I was going to try and get it done yesterday, and then a neighbor came over and stayed for a couple hours. So, yeah, I guess let it sit. But the thing is, by letting it sit, am I going to get any more motivated? I don't think so. You know, that's kind of how I feel, is I don't think I'm going to get any more motivated. So I'm I'm going to go ahead and just finish it and be done because I can't get excited about it. And then I've got 17 prompts left on the scavenger hunt. And I'm going to try and finish them all. But they're all ones that I don't have a really good idea for. So I'll read off the ones I have left. And if you guys have ideas, speak up. Hi, Mama Juju. Stripes, which I'm going to try and finish today. Gratitude, which should be easy. And maybe I'll use that colorful napkin for the gratitude page. I don't know. The wild card, that should be easy. Things in glass. I haven't really given that any thought. A bingo card. Maybe I could just put a bingo card in something glass. No, it doesn't make sense. Something from nature. My ancestors' flag. Draw your day. A paper clip. I might work on the paper clip today. A window envelope. Botanical. Quilt. Found relatives. Emoji. Tissue paper. Draw your cup and cut out circles. So I hope they don't end up looking like I just slapped something together to get it done. But I thought today, I drew this striped paper way back before I even did the cover on the Scavvy journal. Hey, Cat and Paste, been missing you. But I wanted to use this striped paper because it seemed very circus-ish to me. And then I had done well, on the cover, I ended up ripping that whole paper up. I did that diagonal circus paper. I had created it and then used it on the cover, which I like this cover a lot. And so I thought, well, why don't I turn the stripe paper into like a quilt? So I cut out these, and it'll be red, white, and blue, which I like. It's not the colors of my ancestors. Well, it is, because my ancestors are from Norway, England, and Germany. And then put emojis on there. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you guys have any other suggestions, speak up, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. How about that? Anybody surprised? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, and if it's noisy, I'm sorry, but the gated community down the road is ripping out some concrete thing down there, and the trucks up and down this road have been insane. So I'm hoping you guys can't hear them, but they've been driving me bonkers. And I don't know how many days it's going to be. They're just annoying me. So yeah, we're going to make this into a quilt first. I'll piece it together. I cut the pieces out because if you'd have seen me trying to figure out how to do that, yeah, it would have been like, what? Hey, K-Art, new subscriber. Thank you. You guys they will anyway, but make her feel comfortable. Glad you're here with us. If you're not familiar with the scavenger hunt, it started January 1st. The deadline is going to be April 7th. You've got to complete at least 90 of the 100 prompts, and I'm 17 away. And today, if I'm lucky, I'll finish stripes, quilt, and emoji. And maybe we'll get to decorate a paper clip. So that's kind of where I'm at. And then I'm down probably only 2 or 3 to meet the 90 threshold. Yeah, right. I'm glad Joanne opened an account on IG. She has been flooding my feed, man. Glass, old-fashioned sign with screw-in light bulbs. All right, I'm writing it down, sister. I have to give that some thought. Writing. But I've scoured my circus books, and nothing is invigorating me, you know? With screw-in light bulbs. Okay, got it, sister. Thanks. I'm open to any of your ideas, any and all. Or if there's something you want to see me do, too, I'm cool with that. You're enjoying IG? Good, Joanne. Yeah, that makes me happy. So I thought for the blue, all I did was cut these out of some blue cardstock. That one I wrote on. I'm not sure why. So yeah, if you want to watch me glue, I'm going to be gluing. Woohoo! Does the light look all right? And I did draw myself some guidelines. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's some guidelines on here. I'm not just willy-nilly slapping this stuff down. That would be so unlike me to do willy-nilly stuff. And what else is going on? The weather here is gorgeous. I hope it's gorgeous where you are. We are having amazing weather this week. So I'm happy. I at least am not whining about that. And this won't take the whole time, so we'll have to come up with something else. But I think this first row could be important. It kind of sets up everything else that's to come. Well, you're welcome, Joanne. I would have all the fibs open up an IG account. It's such a great place to share. And, you know, you get to control what's on your feed for the most part. Occasionally they put in stuff that but I think they're sending stuff that they think I really might be interested in. And sometimes they're absolutely right. Like I get a lot of Zentangle accounts. Hi, Joyce. Which I like them. So yeah, I screwed up that line up there. Oh, well, it'll work. It'll work. Crappy weather there. Oh, -13. Boo. Rain and cold winds in Florida. Well, y'all need to be in Oklahoma because it is sunny and beautiful, mid-70s. And I think I told Dee Dee Thursday it's going to be like close to 80. So it looks like spring is here. And Robert was sitting here this morning looking out the window saying, the birds sure are a lot more active. And it's like, yep, everything's looking better. So and then after the scavenger hunt's over, hi K-Berg, we'll put together that zine swap for countries, and I'm looking forward to that because then I'm going to pick countries that I like or I want to work on. These are piecing together better than I thought, you guys. You had a red-tailed hawk on your porch the other day. I saw an owl the other day, which was very, very unusual. I don't often see owls around here. I know they're here because I hear them, but you don't see them very often. All right, this one I goofed up. Let's see if I can make this work. If I screw up early, it's going to affect everything downwind, you know? And you guys, in Oklahoma, it gets hot so quick. So here I am. Appreciate today and me talking about it being so beautiful here, because here in about a week, it'll be so damn hot, I'll be whining again. You can't win around here. I'm telling you. You just get pterodactyls, Dee Dee? Bummer, dude. We have a lot of blue herons and that sort of stuff. I told you guys right after I'd moved here. I don't know how long it was after I'd moved here. I live on a lake, and we have a boat dock down, you know, in the lake. And I walked down there one day, and there was a big pile of crap on the deck of the boat dock, and it was huge, like huge. Hi, Debbie Epps. And I was like, who would come down on my dock and take a dump? You know, like I was freaking out. Like, that is the weirdest thing ever. Is that what Okies do? I hadn't lived here very long, right? And it was sometime later, maybe not even that same summer. And here's a blue heron perched on top of my boat dock, taking a dump. And then it hit me. People don't go and take a dump on your boat dock. It's those damn herons. But they look, I even thought, could it be a dog? You know, like, what in the world? Yeah, just the blue heron. And they're big birds. There was a hurt one a couple weeks ago, but I didn't know what to do about it, you guys. I didn't know, do you call animal rescue? What do you do? And he was just standing across the cove from me, and you could tell something was wrong. And so Robert and I were both keeping an eye on him all day long, you know. And he was out there for hours and hours. And Went out right about dusk because I thought, oh, is he going to stay there all night? Because if he did, he was probably going to get eaten by something, you know. And I thought, oh man, what do I do? You know, you can't just walk up to them. They're big birds. And went out about dusk, and he either had moved or flown off. So maybe he just needed a good long rest. I don't know, but he bothered me all day long. Like, oh, what do I do? We did have a hawk that back when Lane and Amy lived here, that somehow had gotten hurt. Hey, Monkey 911, I think you're new too, so thanks for joining us. But anyway, Lane and Amy found a hawk out in their yard and didn't know what to do. They'd put it in a box, so I started making phone calls, and I did find a hawk rescue place here. I don't know, not probably an hour and a half away. So, or perhaps he was eaten, but no, he wouldn't have been eaten by then. It would have been after, you know, dark, I think, before the real predators come out. And it would have been a fox probably anyway. But the fox would have probably eaten him. But yeah, we ended up taking that hawk over to a hawk rescue. But I thought that hawk place, well, I don't even know how we would have caught the blue heron anyway. We would have made the whole situation worse. But yeah, apparently the hawk did okay. Left a big fat donation while we were there. There used to be a friend of mine, she doesn't live here anymore, but she ran an animal rescue here on the island. And she'd get all kinds of animals down there. She'd have coons and foxes and I don't know if anybody's doing it since she left. I'm running my own rescue here, just keeping the rat fed. Just saying. Well, this piecing this together worked out way better than I had anticipated, you guys. I really thought I was going to have issues, but it looks like I'm not going to have issues. Except having enough pieces, maybe. Because I still got to do the edges. Yeah, this came out better than I had kind of hoped and expected. My measurements must have been right. You can do that when you have rulers and you use them. Hi, Sharon. Hit the thumbs up if you feel like it. I would appreciate that. So I don't know. I didn't get much done this week, and now with this weather coming on, I'm going to probably have to go out and work in the gardens and stuff like that. So who knows how much I'm going to be able to get done here for a little while. Don't worry, be happy. Thanks, Joanne. I like it. It'll be a cool page, I hope. If it's not, yeah, well, stuff happens. What are you going to do? All right, these, I think I'm going to cut down the center so I can do the edges. This is kind of a brilliant idea, huh? That you think so, Coloring View, that I would direct that at Dee Dee Willingham? I can't imagine. Ah, must have got sticky on my finger. I'll trim those off after they dry up a little bit. Yeah, I got crap on my fingers. Oh well. How many of you are going to be lost after scavenger hunt is over? Or are you going to go on and do stuff that you actually wanted to do? I hope I have enough pieces. I'm not sure. With that one, okay, I'll move over to the other edge now. And if you're wondering why I sometimes flip it over, because when I cut it with an X-Acto, it leaves a little ridge. And so I'm putting ridge side down. Denise will miss it. Yeah, I know. Muji scissors. I love them. I got them in Australia. I don't think do we have Muji stores in the United States? Have you guys ever seen Muji? I love the Muji pens, the scissors. They made very cool stuff. You'll have to look forward to next year's. Yeah. Just enough time in between that you maybe miss it before we go back to it. All right, I'm going to be short 2 pieces, but it looks like maybe I can make those work. Dang, what a plan. What a plan. My plan is working. These 2 pieces here may not be the correct angles. Yeah, it looks like they are. Hot damn. The noise in the back is Robert. I told him I'm streaming at noon. He didn't listen. All right. I'm going to mute for just a second until he stops that. All right, sorry about that. Hey, Kitty Jen. Yeah, we're going to do a zine swap. Hopefully, we get it organized in April. Before you forget what, I'm going to have to scroll back. Oh, good, Terry. That's great news. Yeah, I think we're going to do zines, Joanne. Kind of like the passport journal, and do it on countries. And you can, there probably won't be any rules. I mean, we haven't talked a whole lot about it, but there probably won't be many rules. So you kind of get to approach it whatever way you want. And at that time, we'll talk about zines, show how to make them. I haven't really given it much thought. I certainly have plenty of stuff from having done the passport journal. So, but you can pick one country, or you could do like the passport journal, do a bunch of different countries, entirely up to you. I'm pretty sure we won't have much rules. I'm not big on the rules. Sweet. This is working better than I had hoped. Woot woot. Are you going to do it with us, Kat? I think you should do it with us. Yeah, everybody's happy for Terry. That's awesome. Now you guys are going to have to watch me. I thought of 100 different ways. Do I draw the emojis? What do I do? And then I remembered, because I'm brilliant sometimes, that I had this emoji washi tape. And I could use the emoji washi tape faces, and they would be just big enough to put inside the blue ones and turn them into balloons. So I just, and then I put the blue around them. They don't come with the blue around them. I did that so that I don't have to fussy cut so close. Because I'm a bad fussy cutter and I actually hate it. And I wish I had a punch this size so I could just punch it out, but I don't. So the blue is so I don't have to cut so close, and hopefully it won't be that noticeable. And they may not be exactly round. And I'm going to try one first to see if I like it. And if I do, I'll continue. If I don't, I'll have to come up with plan B. We'll start up here. And I might, this is going to be icky. Let me see where they need to be. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the top of his head off. That's fine. I don't care. I'd like to keep him somewhat. It is a good save, right, Dee Dee? So then I can be a little bit messier in my fussy cut endeavors. I have smaller scissors. Have these little cutter bee ones. And the crazy thing is, I've had this washi, this emoji washi forever, and I had forgotten about it. And then I was looking for something else and came across it, and I was like, hot damn, this is awesome. So if you weren't bored enough with me pasting down the blue things, now you get to watch this crap. I'll pick out other ones that I won't mind if I lose the top of their heads. And hopefully the sticky will be good enough. I might have to go back and re-stick them. Yeah, the blue around them was a good idea, because me sitting here cutting, really fussy cutting them, I'd be so cranky. That's going faster than I thought. So, and I think I did more emojis than I actually need, so that bee's cool. So what else have you guys been working on? I've been just so happy with this improved weather. Because that winter weather was really starting to get on my very last nerve. I'm not that patient anyway. Hey, Belinda. And I'm putting them up because I'm going to turn them into balloons. Oops, that one I got really close. Woo, baby. Joanne, do you think these smaller scissors are helping any? You guys, I'm such a crappy fussy cutter. Oh my. See? Not very patient. Did I say hi, Belinda? I like the little emoji faces. I'm glad I thought of the washi tape, because what I was going to do was just draw them. And if I was going to do that, it was going to end up being nothing but a bunch of smiley faces. And then I found some other ones that I had actually drawn, and maybe at the bottom of the quilt I'll put one of those because I like them. And I have not ordered anything, so yay me. And it's mostly because I don't need it. I mean, I would order stuff if I needed it, but I can't think of a thing I even want or need, so that's a good thing. I did find when I was, not when I found this washi tape, but when I found the washi tape for Iran, I did find these little things. I thought, I forgot I even had them. I don't know if I ordered them or if somebody sent them, but look at how cute that little box is. And I know I've never used them because I had completely forgotten them. Is it Debbie F's birthday? Happy birthday, Debbie. But yeah, look at how cute these little, they're postage stamps. All much the same, just little different designs on them. So if you want to have something new, go through your stash and you'll find stuff that you have. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but look at how cute they are. Who knows how long I've had them? I could have had these for years and didn't know it. Yeah, a lot of places are having spring break, Kat, right now. This week is spring break for a lot of them. So that means I should stay away from town. Part of the problem with fussy cutting these is that they're sticky. Oops. Time is flying by, you guys. It seems like kids were just out for Christmas break. And here we are. Spring break. It's next week for your school. Okay, yeah, I know some of the schools stagger it. I think here it's this week. I don't think we got that when I was a kid. You just had to be happy it was spring and still learn to read and write and arithmetic away, you know? I don't remember ever getting spring break, honestly. Do you guys remember spring break? Dee Dee, did you get spring break? If we did, I'm pretty sure my parents didn't do anything special for it. And I certainly didn't get a trip to freaking Florida or the Bahamas or Mexico. I'm not sure if I love this next one. I think I'm going to skip one. That guy's drooling. Yeah, of course I like the drooling one. What am I thinking? You don't remember? See, I don't remember either. We had Easter break. You went to Catholic school. Okay, Debbie up saying you didn't. If we did, I don't remember. Okay, see, I think that's a new thing then, because I kind of think if we did have it, my dad would have made us go camping probably. But I honestly don't remember getting a week off in the spring. It was from Christmas until June. The first week in June, we normally got out of school. And then we were packed up, headed for Canada. Pretty certain. Not until college. Yeah, see, I don't even remember getting one in college. But if I'd had one in college, all I would have done is get extra work hours. I would have said, yeah, I need to make some money, because I was the poorest person on the planet in college. So it was, if I had extra hours, I promise you I was taking on extra work. I think I've got enough different faces for a different face on each one of these. This is a crazy thing to be doing, don't you think? Now they have winter break in February. Are you kidding? They get winter break and spring break? Do these kids ever go to school? I know that down here, of course, down here, it's different. They don't have the equipment to take care of snow. But I don't remember in all my years, I grew up in Colorado. Lots of snow in Colorado. I don't remember ever getting a day off. Like, we didn't get up in the morning and wait to see if school was canceled. That did not happen. You put on, oh, and I hated my mother for this, you guys. When I went to school, we had a dress code, and we had to wear dresses to school. And my mom would make me put on my dress and then put on a pair of long pants under my dress and then walk to school in your boots, you know? Oh, I hated my mother for that. I hated putting those pants on under my dress. And but we walked to school, so she didn't want us cold, I guess. I don't know, but I remember putting on those pants and just hating her. And I think I could take them off when I got to school, but I still thought it was so stupid. I hated putting those pants on. And I would guess we walked maybe about a mile, a little over a mile to school. But we didn't get school days. I mean, we didn't get snow days. Yeah, see, we never got any of that, Belinda. We got our ass to school. Turning our kids soft, that's what we're doing. And when I was in high school and finally had a car, I drove in the snow. I mean, that's how you learned, I guess. Never hit anybody, never had any problems, but yeah, we didn't get days off, that's for sure. I do remember that. You did too in Nebraska in dresses with knee-high socks in elementary, right, Debbie? Yeah. Now they can wear anything. But I kind of think of course, I'm getting old, and I try and remember that, you know, that your positions and your ideas change as you get older. Yeah, we did get to play in the snow at recess too, Kathy. So I guess that was one thing. My mother was maybe a little bit smarter than me. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, we didn't get days off school. That was that. You dealt with the weather, whatever it was. I do remember when if it would be raining real hard that we would have recess in the gym, which wasn't the same as recess outside, but we did get to leave the classroom and go down to the gym and play, like dodgeball or something like that. But yeah, we're making, oh, I know what I was saying about your position changes as you get older, because I mean, as a kid, I would love to get all the snow days and everything like that. But man, you have to train your kids that life goes on even if there's snow. So I wonder if that's an old lady opinion, like make those little bastards go out in the snow. Why are they special? I wasn't special. But even when the kids were in high school, I'm trying to remember back with Jamie and Koki. I don't remember us having snow days for them either. And Colorado kids probably would have just laughed at you if you'd have said that, We lived for the snow so you could go skiing. All right, only 4 more, you guys. The torture is ending soon. Let's pick out 4 good ones. I like this big smiley guy. He's for sure going on. And these were different rolls, so I'm thinking this emoji is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We don't care. You grew up in Nebraska, Debbie. Cornfields. When I think of Nebraska and Iowa, what I think of is cornfields. In the South, they're just not prepared. Yeah, that's true, Debbie. And since I've moved here, I totally recognize that they don't have the equipment. When I still lived in Denver, and the headquarters of my company was in Tulsa. And if they even had snow in the forecast, man, they shut the plant down. They'd call the branches and say, we're closed. It's going to snow tonight. It's like, well, why are you closing now? And I literally would make my people work. There could be a foot of snow outside. We never closed the office. You walked to school during elementary. It didn't have busing. Had to live at least a mile away from junior high. Yeah, see, we never had busing. I rode a bus in junior high, but my junior high was like, probably 8 miles, easily 8 miles away. There was a closer junior high, but for whatever reason, my neighborhood had to go to the other one. And I'm sure it was distribution of people, but yeah, I rode a bus then. And isn't it funny what you think of? Because when I started riding the bus, the first day I was so scared because the older kids had told me when you ride the bus and you're like a 7th grader, it was 7th grade, was junior high for me, that the older kids scrub you. And scrubbing was they'd take like lipstick or anything and get you in the back of the bus and hold you down and then write all over your face and stuff like that. Oh, I was so scared to get on that bus that first day. Turns out they were lying to me. They weren't scrubbing people. But yeah, I was a little freaked out about getting on that bus. Let's see. I like this but I pushed it down too hard and it won't come off now, so I'll have to figure out how to do that. We'll use the big old fancy lip girl. All right, I think that's all the emojis I'm going to need. Hi, Tina. Making my quilt page for the Scavvy Hunt. I've only got 17 prompts left, and I am going to make it a priority to get them done. Some of them should be really easy, like draw your day and draw your cup and stuff like that. 7th grade was your junior high too? Yeah. I don't know if it still is. Okay, got all the pieces put together. Kindergarten art over here. I do like the emojis though. All right, let's see. I should have paid attention at Dee Dee's this morning and seen which of her acrylic markers would work well on top of this blue paper. Do I have any of the blue? Yeah, here's this. Let's this is the Sharpie. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Woot woot. Put a little balloon knobby at the bottom of them. Turn them into balloons. Dee Dee has a lot of acrylic pens, I have to say. That basket of Posca is impressive. I probably have just a handful of Poscas. I don't use acrylic pens that often, but when you need them, boy, they sure are nice to have. And somebody was saying, but you guys got to pay attention, that Sharpie has come out with some additional colors. And I'd sent Dee Dee some, but they've got that big fat bullet nib, which I'm not really a fan of that. Now the brush nib, I love the brush nib. All right, let's see if and this is a Sharpie. And I love this one. And I'm sure I picked it up really cheap at Walmart, you guys. I'm thinking I'm going to do some stitch marks to make it look quiltish, right? And I was hoping, you know, like if it had been sewn in the ditch or something. Let me see if I'll do it up here. That one's not dark enough. Maybe this one will be dark enough. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I don't even know if this will show up, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'll know it. Yeah, I have to pay attention to the ones I've done and haven't done. Okay, and if you guys finish your scavenger hunt, please let me know so I can get you on the list. I've got 17 people on the list right now, which is, it's more than we had last year. I think last year we had 15 people on the list. So, yeah, make sure you let me know and make sure you're on the list. Yours is a charter school, Debbie? Are you retiring this year, Debbie? I thought you'd already retired. You guys probably can't even see this gray. I can see it, so that's a problem working with the camera, is something like this you guys can't even see. And I don't want to make it too dark. All right, almost done. And drawing these straight is very easy because I'm pressing up against the blue of the cardstock. So yeah, I can see it on the camera a little bit. What gets better every year? I've missed something. You retired, but you sub. Oh, okay. Okay, Deb. That's a great way to do it, Debbie. How many usually finish? Well, last year we only had 15, Joanne. And I think I'd like to think that every year we're going to have more because there's more and more people participating. So, I mean, I could be on drugs, but that's kind of my thinking. Let's see how well this little pen will work. And if this is too boring for you guys, I just want you to see kind of the steps I'm going to go through. I can finish the stitches later. But this was kind of my thought. Put the balloons on and then do some stitching. And then I might next dye some, what's it called? Seam binding, so I can do a decorated paper clip. Right now, I wish I had one of those roller stamps. Did you guys see those roller stamps that would do like stitching like this? Of course, it wouldn't have probably been in white ink, so wouldn't have been any good to me anyway, but I don't even know if they sell them anymore. Come on, right white pen. You can tell it's warming up outside. It's getting a little warm in here, and I don't have a sweater to take off today. So I hope you guys can't smell me. Come on, pen. And this is still that original white pen. I think Dee Dee sent them however long ago. It's still writing, and it can't possibly have that much ink left in it. And I put the link in several times. They're good pens so far. Oh, I like it. It looks cute on the camera. Looking pretty cute. Stitching really yeah, I knew the stitching would make it, would help it. And I'm going to do, of course, you probably wouldn't do this on a real quilt. Believe it or not, many, many years ago, I made quilts for the grandchildren. And I can't think of anything I'd rather not do now. And I'm a good seamstress. Isn't it funny how I don't know, you change, you know? But yeah, I used to sew quite a bit. You think so, Kat? Thank you. Yeah, I like it. And it satisfies 3 of the prompts, which means I'm down to 14. And if I get the seam binding dyed for the paper clip, and it's not like I don't have ribbons around here, like I could just grab some ribbon. But while I was digging through my stuff this weekend, I found that seam binding. And then I was also playing with those inks that I hadn't used in forever. And I thought, well, why don't I use the ink and dye the seam binding and make at least a little rag flag for the scavenger hunt. I was thinking about using one of the, and I might yet, one of the images out of the Portos book too. It's not like I am running out of stuff to use, you guys. Dee Dee offered this morning to show all of her ephemera books. That is going to be a dangerous, dangerous stream. And Dee Dee, if you decide to do that, you need to put a warning on that video that this is like the ultimate enabling video. Because I can usually resist when she shows them one at a time. But if she shows all of them, do you know how hard it's going to be to resist all of them? Ugh. I have to take an antidepressant that day. I'll have to go to the doctor and get some antidepressants. I don't even have any. What are you saying, Dorothy? The man across the road is having a shower in his bathroom and hasn't. What? Are you watching the man across the street take a shower, Dorothy? Are you kidding me? You perverted old woman. Damn, I love you. Dorothy, that is probably by design. He knows you're going to watch. Okay, you want to really get him back if you're able? I want you to grab a sheet from your house, a bed sheet, a flat one. Go over and tape it up over his window from the outside. Say, ain't nobody should be seeing that. You old fart, cover yourself up. I'm pretty sure I can't see in any of the neighbors' windows around here. Bummer. Of course, if you want to see something scandalous and ridiculous, just turn on the TV. Exactly, Sharon. Dee Dee is the ultimate enabler, but she has cool stuff. And if she has it, I want it. And I don't even do collage, except stuff like this, like kindergarten stuff. I think I'll just glue that down on the paper. All right. And then the only other thing I was going to do, and I said I wouldn't finish this, but I did. I wouldn't mind actually getting it done and putting it in the book. What do I want to make the rules for that one with? Something that isn't going to smear. Let's see this. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Now he's finished. He's drawn the blind. See, that would be me, Terry. Go ahead and leave the window open if you're young and hunky. If you're old and disgusting, yeah, then I'm going to take my sheet over and put it over your window. Ain't nobody want to see that. All right, we're this close to done. We're going to go ahead and finish, and y'all are just going to have to bear with. Entertain yourself in chat. And then I'll go ahead and put it in the book. And try and figure out a place where I can do the page with holes. I suppose I could have used dark blue ink for this. Oh well, too late. Dorothy's corrupting you? Well, that doesn't surprise me. She's always been a horrible influence. Her and CB. I haven't seen CB around, but I didn't get to... Did Xander stream yesterday? I had company, so I didn't see the notification. But yeah, I would have... The company would have been here while Z was on. Well, I'm not terribly unhappy with this page. It definitely fulfills the requirements. And I got to use that circus paper that I created, so... And I've still got half of it left. Oops, sorry. Didn't know I was off screen. Dorothy's peeping in her neighbor's window is what you missed. Cat and paste. Telling us about the dirty old man next door who's exposing himself to her. She thinks it's accidental. I think it's on purpose. You know why I shut the blinds, Dorothy? He saw you watching. And he's jumping up and down in the shower going, oop, got her again. She watches every time. What do they call that? Voyeurism? Dorothy the voyeur? Getting close, boys and girls. Just be patient. We'll move on to... I'd like to say bigger and better things, but I can't guarantee that they're bigger or better. He's older, but he's not disgusting. Okay, Dorothy, then you just voyeur away. If he had nice abs, Terry'd be all over him. You should see the stuff she sends me on IG. Terry's reputation, yep. All right, you guys, does this look like a quilt? Excuse me. Terry, that chat had expression with it. Excuse me? I'm going to corrupt Terry if it's the very last thing I do. I swear to God. It's my goal in life. And I think I may have succeeded. I probably could have sewn a quilt faster. It looks very quilty. Okay, awesome. Awesome. That was the goal. And it's pretty cute. And it satisfies 3 of the prompts. So that beats that. I'm glad I did the gray because to me, it makes it look like it has dimension. And it does a little bit, you know, that blue sitting on top. So, yep. Cut their little emoji heads off. Little pieces of paper, got to collect them all before they end up on the floor. I don't think Bob likes cleaning up after me that much. Yeah, feels pretty good. Let's find a home for it. This stuff at front is stuff that I'm thinking about using in it. So I'd like to, because I have so few left now, I want to go ahead and start using up like this blank page. This blank page wouldn't be bad, but I don't necessarily like that next to that. I'd kind of be a little bit matchy-matchy. You're probably right, Terry. Okay, now this one, it could go here and cover up that mess I created over there. Yeah, that's okay. Let's put it on the back of this. And I don't know if I told you guys, I did finally order a bunch of new double-sided tape, so I can just use tape like a freak, which I do anyway, but let's see, did I size this about right? Yeah, fairly good. Might lose a little 1/8 of an inch or something, but not much. Thank you, Kat. And Barbara's already given me the finger, which I expect no less. And I only put them in the book when there's nothing left to do. So this is as done as it's going to get. And I feel like I got a pretty good deal on this 1/4 inch double-sided tape. I think I got like 6 or more rolls for like $8. Damn, can't beat a deal like that. To me, this is just so much easier and cleaner than using glue. And it doesn't add that much bulk. So, good solution for me. Tina, this is 3 prompts. It's quilt, emojis, and what was the other one, you guys? There was 3 that I dreamt up. Hang on, I'll look at the list and tell you. Ooh, that almost ended up on the floor. That would have really made me mad. Hey, Bossy Butt. Hi, Judio. All right, make sure the top is at the top and that I start at the middle of the book. So if I have to trim, it comes off the outside edge. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All right, so this was quilt. Oh, stripes. Stripes was the 3rd one. Stripes, emoji, and quilt. And I like it. It's pretty cute. Yeah, it was stripes. Stripes, emojis, and quilt. All right, let me trim off that little bit of edge that has tape on it. So that means I'm down to 14 now. And I'm not eligible for the prize, but I'm going to buy myself a prize if I finish. I don't know what I'm going to buy because I don't need or want anything. But Dee Dee will show something, I'm sure, that I can't live without. Just saying. All right. There you go. Going right in the book. Done and done. I deserve a prize. Thank you, Devin. I will order a prize for my bad self. Okay. One more page. Done and done. That makes me happy, happy, happy. All right. Let's go ahead now, because I still have to. What is this? This is the prompts for something. Oh, it's the front page through a keyhole. And I am going to do an index page that puts all the prompts in there, but I don't think this whole last section of this book I'm going to need. So I'll just take it out and I'll only end up with what, 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, I only have like 16 pages in the whole book. So that's cool. I got out some little bit of, don't want to put it on this. All right, if you were here at the beginning, I had laying on my desk this paper towel that I was playing with some inks, just dropping the ink on and then squishing it with water to get it to run and mix together. And this was only like 4 colors. I used pink, blue, yellow. Maybe it was only 3. But all the other colors, oh no, it was a pinkish kind of red. So it was just those colors, and then all the other colors came out of them. Yeah, see, here's the red, the pink, the yellow, the blue. And then if there's any green or anything, the blue and the yellow mixed together to make that. So I thought I would use, and maybe I need a little bowl. Nah, let's just do it like this. What do we care? And Eileen made me buy this seam tape or seam binding a long, long time ago. Look how much is on there. How much is it? 100 yards of this stuff. 100 yards. Oh my God. And I think I've used it once or twice. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and use that seam binding, because then it could qualify for something you don't normally use, which I've already finished that. But I thought, okay, I'm going to use this seam binding tape and see if I can't make a ribbon for my book. So yeah, I have enough ribbon for everybody in the world. And I don't need pieces that long, so we'll cut it in half. Uh-oh, yeah, there's the paper clip. All right. And I'll try and pick out the same colors that I picked out for the inside of the book. Let me see, it was, and then this darker red. These were the 4 colors that I used. Just draw a stick figure doing something, Missy. You can go back and look at my Pictionary streams where I've drawn Pictionary. It's just your basic Pictionary drawing is all it is. Like mine, okay, let me show you mine real quick. It's my least favorite page in the whole book. But because I was doing circus theme, I probably should redo these and make these a lighter color because you can't really see them. But I did these stick figures, and then the Pictionary card that I added was there's an audience, which is these people, and they're the fingerprint faces. This is a trapeze. This is the trapeze swing. D is catching, and I'll play is the expressions on the faces. So this was my Pictionary drawing. So it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, believe me. All right. Now, I've never done this before, so yeah, just get ready for a big fat mess. And my hands are going to be a mess, I promise you. All right. Let's see. I like the yellow because it mixes with the red and the blue. Yeah. Do them in red, they'll pop. You mean the ribbons? I can do ribbons all day long, Kathy Berg. I have so much. Yee. I didn't have an idea of what I was going to do either, so. Because I'm going to wet these here in a minute. Because it's when the water gets them that they, I might not use that dark. I might just use the 3 basic colors. And these are not actually the mixing colors. The yellow would qualify, but the blue should be cyan and the red should be more of a magenta, but we're going to do what we're going to do. And if it doesn't work, what the hell? Lesson learned. The trapeze people. Okay, yeah, okay, Kathy. That's a good idea, actually. All right, let's see what happens. And if I run for this kitchen, you know I need some paper towel. Maybe they won't run. The black is, or the blue is too dark. Okay, now I have another idea. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I know, Dee Dee. Not happy about it, but here I am. I wish I had some gloves, but I don't. But it took washing my hair to get this ink out of my hands yesterday, so yeah. But look at how the red and yellow turned that crazy orange. All right, let's just see how it changes.
Inside.
All right, I'm trying to keep my hands out of this. Okay, so what do I have here? I can always wash this off. Yeah, I got too much of that blue. It's taken over. I'm going to get it on my hands whether I want to or not, so I need to just chill. Yeah, this didn't work like I hoped. All right, we're going to use the yellow and red. All right, let me use one of these. Now I have to have a place to dry these. All right, I'm just going to hit them with a heat gun real quick. They're flying away. Hi, Starla. Looks like messy fun. I was hoping it'd be prettier, but yeah, not so much. I used too much blue. That blue is way too dark. I think I have another blue. Let me see. All right, I'm going to throw these over here. I need more paper towel. Let me see if I have a little bit lighter blue. Ultramarine. Oh, this one doesn't have a color. This is glitter. Ooh, glitter. How did I get glitter? That's a light green. Got a brown. And I didn't have a great choice of colors because I just ended up with what they had. This is a pink one. Let's try the pink one. What the heck? All right, let me get some more paper towel and we'll, well, you know what? What do I care? This is how we'll dry it. Because I keep these glue books, and this one's pretty much brand new. So it's wet because I've sprayed it with water, right? So we'll go ahead and just, is Joanne taking off? Bye, Joanne. Go enjoy your company. That's cool. We'll just do that. Yeah, I think I'd rather do it on the, I don't mind the pages drying in there, but I don't want to spray the whole book with water because of that paper. It'll blow up and it'd be about 5 inches thick. So yeah, not a good idea. The only thing I don't know about is if I try and glue down that paper towel that I showed earlier, I don't know if when I get it wet with, excuse me, matte medium if the colors are going to start running again. And it's not like something I can really worry about, but all right, let's try with some different colors because that blue is too dark. It takes over everything. But I like the blue because it makes the green. Oh. And I don't mind using this stuff because I've got enough for 500 people. Tie-dyeing shirts, right, Judy? Yep. Have you seen some of the tie-dye videos? Like, people have gone cuckoo crazy with the tie-dyeing, where they figured out how to make shapes and designs, and oh man, they'd make some awesomely cool stuff. All right, let's try this again. That one's way too long. All right, I'm going to cut these a little bit shorter. I don't want them too short for the paper clip, but this one's a little bit long, so we'll cut it in half. When I'm done here, I'll have enough for 50 paper clips, which I don't need either. Okay, there we go. We got our little stuffs ready. It shouldn't shred the paper towel. I've used matte medium for napkins, and if you're a little bit gentle with your brush, it should be okay. All right, let's start with the yellow again. I'm going to try and put a little bit less on. It's not like you can control it too much, but you've got to have enough on that it will spread. I wish I had some little bit lighter blue. I wonder if I watered some of the blue down. I'm going to try that. This is the pink. Let's use pink. See, it looks red to me, but it says it's pink. I have some dirty water over here. We'll use dirty water. Make Dee Dee feel at home. For whatever reason, maybe this is why they put them on clearance, is these crazy lids are so hard to get on. There's a little needle on the inside. Man, they're hard to get on. Okay. Get a little tray. Get a little paintbrush. Use a preppy paintbrush. Probably won't even need that much. Now watch me struggle to get this stupid lid on. Oh, that one worked pretty good. Here's some dirty little water. It's not that bad. It's not Dee Dee bad. All right. Poor Dee Dee. That's a little stiff. I don't think I want to use that one. This one will be all right. Poor Dee Dee. Oh, poor Dee Dee. Poor Dee Dee. Yeah, the lighter blue is better. Full strength, it knock your eyeballs out. The blue itself is really pretty. But look at what a pretty green it makes. I was hoping it would make a little bit of purple, but with that pink, maybe not. It's all right. We don't care. See how that little bit of ink went a really, really long way. All right. Where's the... That pink looks more orange to me. All right, let's throw them all in a pile here. And don't use the pink. We'll use the magenta. All right. See if I can get the lid on. Yeah, these aren't as dark. These are better to me. Good thing I have a rag right here. I did dilute the blue, Dorothy. In fact, the blue turned almost everything into green. The blue is almost gone. Hang on, I'm cutting another ribbon. If I get enough ribbon to use, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with it. All right, here's what we're going to do. We'll pull this back over. My hands are going to end up trashed out no matter what I do, so I'll just have stained hands for a few days. Yeah, I don't need that spraying all over. I'll get the little pipette over here and put some water in it. All right. See how pretty the blue is? No, that's the pink. Don't want that. And to see if the blue and the red would make me some little bit of purple. Oh, and I just used my last paper towel. Bummer, dude. That's what's going to happen. That may be the ones I end up using. Who knows? Let's see. All right, I'm going to try and dry them. On the left, these over here, with all the yellow, yeah, they're very different. We'll find something we can use here. It's not like I'm caring that much. The paper towel is kind of cool. So I'll just set those out of the way and try and dry these real quick. They do dry really, really fast. I kind of like the blue ones. Probably use some of each. They're flying away as fast as I can gather them up. See, they're pretty much already dry. They're very, very, just barely damp now. That's crazy how quick they dry. Where were the ones that I made from earlier? I don't think I put those in the book, did I? There's the napkin. Oh, there's one of them. Okay, see how they ended up coming out? That's crazy, right? And I thought they were just way, way dark. But then after they sit, they change colors completely. That's crazy. All right, well, we're going to end up with some fun ones here to work with. We don't necessarily need our list right in the midst of it all. Okay, now one thing. Huh. That sounded like the engine was dragging. Now I'm wondering, the paper towels will just air dry however long it takes. I think I will, though, real quick, since I don't have, well, I can just use the rag. Clean up whatever little excess ink is sitting around here. Not much. Now I have to decide, do I cut them in half lengthwise? Oh, that one's still pretty wet. It's oozing junk. Oh, now these came out better than I thought they were gonna. Okay, I'm being okay with them a little bit now. All right, we've got plenty. What did I do with my, oh man, I had the paper clip out here. I knocked it off or covered it or something. Now I can't find my paper clip. Oh man, I should have just, have to go out in the desk in the front room, see if I can find, oh, there's another big one. Never mind, I've got another big one here. I think I'm running low on these big ones. Now, I don't think they'll ravel, you know, like if I wanted it to ravel this, well, maybe they will. Okay, yeah, I can get it to ravel and put little ravels on the ends. Okay, I'm gonna, this is my experiment one. If I try and cut it lengthwise like this, just to get smaller strips. Get some ravelly little fringy edges. Oh, me who doesn't like messes. Oh my gosh. All right, just because I can, I'm going to see if yeah, I can ravel it this way as well. If you don't cut it, it shouldn't ravel the long ways, but I don't really care. Just for like a rag flag for the Scavvy book, don't even care. But only on one edge though, right? Got to go. Okay, but excuse me, bye, Joan. Go have fun with your neighbor. Mine came over yesterday. And I got absolutely nothing done after that. All right, so if I do that, they're not going to be very long. That's why I tried to keep them a little bit longer. So I definitely want it longer than that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one lengthwise as well. This one, I wish I could pick out pieces of it, like that purple down there. I never used purple, but look at how pretty that purple is. And maybe you guys can't see it on camera. I know the camera does not depict colors accurately. All right. Let's put these on the, okay, on this end. And you can decorate your paper clip any way you want. I just saw this seam binding and thought, oh man, I haven't used that in forever. I need to use that. There's tons of stuff I could have used. You could use ribbon. Years ago, Jonna made me a really, really cool one where she cut out material and put some Wonder Under in between the layers and then glued it to a paper clip, and it came out really cool. But I've used that on something else. Don't know what. And I may hate this and start over. That's the nice thing about my life is if I don't like it, I don't have to deal with it. Okay, those are long enough. All right, so that's good to know. I'll just cut this long. Good enough. And I'm going to add a blue one. There's Dorothy telling Joan to be good when Dorothy just watched an old man take a shower. I'm pretty sure Joan's not going to get up into stuff like that, Dorothy. Ah, come on. There we go. Why is it when you on stream you have like 500 left hands? Hi, Jetta. I'm just playing today. Didn't have a good plan, but I did do a quilt page. And then after I finish this, I'm going to glue that colorful napkin down, and we're going to, I won't probably be, it won't dry fast enough for me to actually cut the holes in it, but I think I'm going to turn it into the page that you cut holes into. All right. I think I'm going to do, I like the thinner strips. They're easier to manage on the paper clip, I think. Anyway, it's going to be very colorful. And I'll probably affix it to the page where I glue down those napkins. I don't know if you guys can hear them pounding on cement. And that's like 2 doors down. Does it look like a circus, Starla? That wasn't necessarily my intent, but that's a good thing. I don't mind that. What I do mind is my hands won't be clean for a week. I'll have to get in and wash my hair again. Washing your hair will clean your hands really good. And I had washed my hands before I even got in the shower. All right. There we go. And I'll probably frizzle these. Let me throw all this stuff away before Bob has to clean it up. Bob's my vacuum. And I try and be kind to Bob. All right. We're going to save the rest of this ribbon, let it dry. And I may end up making more decorated paper clips. But that'll be sticking out of the top of my book. And I like that. It's weird. Now, let me think. What do I want to use? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet. I don't think I have any in here. Of just regular old crappy copy paper. Oh, and I forgot to put one of those emojis on. All right, let me go get a piece of copy paper real quick. And just add it to the book, and I'll cover it probably front and back. Oh man, here comes the mess. Put these away. I don't need them now, I think. All right, get out some matte medium. Some caca water. And a caca brush if I have one. I think this is the one I've been using for matte medium. If you put a good layer of lotion. Yeah, I know. I know, Starla. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know what I was doing today. So I'm not surprised that, yeah. I'm going to put this paper down to catch the excess matte medium. Now, I've got to decide. These are the paper towels that I'm talking about. And I'm going to cover the whole page with them. Oh, and another thing I could do, in fact, I think I will. They're 2-ply. So I'm thinking, is the best thing to do just rip it up and just collage it down. That's probably the best, because the like the underneath ply is not going to be as strong as the first ply. Yeah, so it'll get all mixed up together. I'll just make it into a great big icky pile. All right, let's start with those. And I will do that lighter one as well. So they'll just all be mixed up. It'll be a mess. But I don't care, because I'm going to end up punching holes in it. All right, I got 1 hour. I need to get my butt moving. So there'll be some light, some dark. Yeah. The only thing I'm not sure of, and if this starts turning into a big fat freaking mess, we're going to call it a day. Just saying. And I hope I have, yeah, I have plenty of matte medium in my jug here. All right, let me get some of that lighter colors. We'll do this one. And when I did this, I was really just playing, is all I was doing. I just wanted to see how those inks would run together for no particular reason. And this is what I ended up doing. Now, when I reach over and grab a piece, it could be any one of these pieces. Okay. That's where we're going to start. And I have a couple extras if I need more than this, but I don't think I'm going to, but I am going to do front and back. So you guys just hope that this doesn't start running. Okay. All right. Here we go. No, wrong brush. What did I do? Oh, there it is. So what did I do with the brush that I got out? Move your bloomin' arse. That's my intent, Mama Juju. Purell works. I've still got a little bit of a bar of soap that Kathy Berg sent me years ago that I literally have been hoarding. I hide it. I don't let anybody use it. It's lilac.
Attempting to reach you on your cellular device. An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Normally, I would want to answer this because it's coming in as account services. That's another ploy to get you to answer your phone. And I'd like to jack with these people, but I've learned that if you answer it, they will call you back. And I really hate these people. I mean, I hate them. And I don't want me to keep me on the this dumbass answers her phone list. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? This should go fast the way I'm planning on doing it. See, if I'm pretty gentle, Cat, I shouldn't rip things up. It is spreading a little bit, but if I get at least a little bit of matte medium on it and it starts drying, the color should stop spreading. I just can't overwork it, I think, is the way this is going to work out. Like psychedelic colors. Now, I do have to be careful that I don't glue this page to the paper underneath, you know? Just got to work fast here. It is moving, though. I kind of knew it would. I hope they stay kind of vibrant like this, and that's why I'm going to try my hardest not to overwork them, you know? That'll be my pile of clean. Move fast, move fast. And I don't care if it's wrinkly. Like, hit it and move on. Excuse me. Oops. Oh, no, no way. Matte medium brush on the ground. Hang on. Doing some instant cleanup. It's a good thing I have baby wipes everywhere. Man, I just flung that right out of my hand. What a dumbass. All right. Just a little spot. Okay, I think I got it. I think that's it. All right, let's move on. Remember, we're trying to do this in a hurry. I want that bright yellow right there. Hopefully it'll stay bright yellow. We'll see. This I really can't overwork because that blue, it'll move everywhere. See how much blue I've got in my brush already? So I need to go ahead and clean my brush out. Oh, I'm going to have plenty of napkin, I think. Or paper towel, whatever. And I'm going to use both the front and the back, so yeah, I probably won't be able to dry this enough so that I can finish the back, but both sides will look essentially the same. And then I'll punch holes in it and put it in my book. And then depending on the pages, I'll either write something rude or just let whatever's behind it show through. And then who knows, maybe wherever I cut the circles, I'll get some of that mica gold out and go around the edge of the circle. I don't know yet. I'll just wait and see how it turns out before I decide. But yeah, this is the page that's going to have holes punched in it. I will try and dry it to some extent. It is keeping its color fairly well, though, and I was kind of worried that when it got wet again, it would just keep spreading. But so far, I'm okay. Like, I know the blue is really moving, but if I can keep a few of the bright areas, I'm cool with that. Yeah, see, as soon as I touch it, so who knows? Maybe if I hit it with a heat gun really quick, and if I don't fling my brush across the room again. Brenda votes for something rude. I would usually vote for something rude too. It's just my nature. And I am using a lot of matte medium, but I'm doing that on purpose because I don't want to go over it again and again. So I want there to be enough matte medium there to get it down and get it down quickly. Don't want to overwork it, you know? If I would have known I was messing with matte medium today, I definitely would have taken this shirt off. I don't want this shirt crusty, but maybe too late for that. I don't think I've crusted it yet, but the day is young. Nebulization, yeah, for sure. Trying to keep it from sticking completely. Now that one is one of those really bright ones. Got a lot of ink left in it. It may turn into a big blue blob. All right, just got a few places left. All right, and then I got a place right here. And then right here. Probably, well, and I could probably just put the holes where I need some extra paper, but oh well. Come here. All right. Oh, I got this edge of the page right here that I gotta get. Now I'm getting matte medium on my hands. You know what that means? Big fat mess coming up. Come on. Why are you fighting with me, dude? All right, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun real quick and see if I can't go ahead and set it, you know? Yeah, this is going to be pretty. There are some places on here that are really, really pretty. The colors are so deep and vibrant. And it doesn't have to be completely dry. I just don't want to turn it over and stick it to the page again. Thanks, Kathy. I'm almost there. All right, that's probably dry enough. Oops. That I can, because I'm going to saturate it again. That's how much went through the paper. But now if I wanted to work on top of it, these colors would no longer, well, any place that I don't have matte medium, it would go ahead and spread again. But these colors now are set. They won't go anywhere. So that'd be cool. I wonder if I can, yeah, let's try that. These are old Denver Post classified ad layouts. I used to design them and print them for them. Oh, but that's, yeah, no, let me get a new sheet. I don't have very much of it left, which bums me out. Here's one I've used before. This actually is pretty cool. This could be art by itself, you know? But whatever. We'll see what happens on top of it. Here we go. Round 2. The drop paper is cool, right, Dee Dee? Probably should have set it aside and saved for something else, but whatever. Too late now, goober. You know, another thing that would kind of be fun that I don't think I've ever tried before, but if I had those same inks out, is while the matte medium is still wet, go ahead and plop some more ink on it. I'm not going to do it on this page because I don't want to mess it up, but yeah, I wonder if you just plop the ink right on the matte medium, what it would do. Tell that I'm dirtying up the yellow. I knew it was going to happen though, so what are you going to do? Hey, Mark. I'm just gluing down pretty papers. And then I'll go back and show what I did earlier. And I won't be able to show this page in the book with its holes punched in it until next week because it won't be dry enough to start punching holes in. So, yeah. Something to look forward to next week. And I think I will outline the holes, probably with that mica gold ink. Because it's the best gold anywhere, anytime, ever. Ever. Now this blue is definitely going to want to run. You know, one thing I probably could have done if I hadn't done this on the fly like I did. I probably could have taken these out and give them a good spray with some final fixative and let them dry out in the sunshine. You know, just let them sit out there and cook for an hour or so. I probably could have kept the colors from running if I'd have done that. And then I wouldn't have had to use quite so much matte medium and stuff like that, you know, but whatever. Yeah, see, that's dirty. That got a little wrinklier than I would have wanted, but oh well. Got an air bubble in there. Got to smush it out. Oh, I wish it wasn't so far into town and I could go grab something to eat. See, it's always this time in the stream where I start thinking about food, you guys. Every time. What am I going to eat? I think the second ply, like this, I know was a piece out of the second ply that I tore apart. They don't run as bad as the top ply, so that's another thing to remember. And I am working really fast to get it done. Don't worry about the wrinkles. Go with them, man. I'm going to have just enough to finish, which is kind of amazing. I'm trying to keep a couple of pieces along the edge of the paper so I know where to cut. I think I'll be able to figure it out, but yeah. Oh, look, I left a naked spot right there. Cover up your naked, girl. Got a lot of blue down on this bottom half down here, huh? All right, let's see if we can get a bright color down here. I think I got the whole thing covered. Now, if I haven't glued it down to the bottom sheet, the texture, yeah, I guess a little bit, yeah. And obviously paper towel, very absorbent. So let me smooth a couple of those out. I don't necessarily want great big lumps on it. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. All right, let me hit it with the heat gun, and we'll have a better idea of how it's going to shape up in the end. What did I do with the heat gun? I dropped it on the floor. All right, heat gun. The camera looks blurry, but I think it's just the paper. Thanks, Terry. This should be dry enough here in a minute. I do love the way when you do matte medium like this, I like the way the paper ends up feeling real plastic-like. I do love that. I'll just set it aside and let it dry. I mean, it's still damp, and I didn't wreck that underneath page, but it's already kind of got that plasticky kind of feel. Okay, here's the first side we did after the matte medium is kind of absorbed. So yeah, it looks cool. I like it, and I don't mind the edges. And keep in mind, I'll have holes cut into this, and then I'll use some gold and maybe black on it. Oh, you know what else would be kind of cool? Let me move this one off. Let's go ahead, just because we can and we should. Oh, I put all my black inks and stuff away. Doggone it. I was going to say, let's go ahead just to kind of maintain that circle. Let me go get some ink real quick. Wait a minute. Why couldn't we use... All right, now we're thinking. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Hi, Ruth Edwards. Why don't I use the blue ink that I was bitching and whining and complaining about being too dark? Let's go ahead and try and use it. Come on here. See, these lids make me crazy, you guys. I'm not surprised this product only sold once, because if you ever had it once, you never repurchased it. I promise you. Get out some of our little circle making tools. And just set it over there. I'm looking for some different size circles out of my circle making toolkit over here. It seems like all the ones I have are too small, and I don't want really big ones. I guess it really wouldn't matter, would it? All right, here, we've got a couple different sizes that I like. All right. And this is going to be folded, so, and some of these parts of the circle may be cut out, so. Where did my other little circle tool go? Oh. Let's use a vastly different size. Ooh, I didn't mean to make solid ones. All right. I didn't count, so I don't know if there's an even number, an odd number. Let me hit it with a heat gun real quick before I flip it over. Oh, wait, before I do that, just thought of something else. Where's the blue ink? Had to take that damn lid off. All right. Let me get a little brush. A little bit of water to it. I really don't want splatters on this shirt. And here I am. Let me hit it with a heat gun real quick. All right. I'll just absorb the excess. That totally looks distressed, which is cool. I like it. All right, let's do the same thing. Oh, now it wants to stick to this page. This one is still a little wet, so this could behave completely different. We don't care. We're not going to worry about it. Look at it's totally moving. That's cool. No worries. Okay. All right, let me hit it with a heat gun real quick before I sop it up. Hi, Barbara. I think on this side, the matte medium was still damp enough that even if I added water at this point, I don't think I'd get those circles to move at all. It's not wet, it's just barely damp, but I think when it sets, that color isn't going anywhere. So that's cool. Now I want to start cutting holes in it. And I don't dare. I mean, I really at this point have to just let it set and dry. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, so this will be the rag flag that will attach to this paper. And I may paint that, use alcohol ink or something and make that blue or purple or something so that the rag flag will attach to this page, one of the sides. And I'll just let that sit on that and dry. And then I'll show you guys the other page. Oh, this is not cooperating with me. And for those of you who came in late, the other thing I did at the beginning of the stream was to make, where did I put it? There it is. A quilt page of stripes, emojis, and stripes. So that was the page I did. And then this other page would go in here somewhere. I don't know, but I'm going to punch holes in it. Yeah, I don't know where that'll go. And it doesn't matter if it goes like here in the center page or one of these, because it would just appear here and then here. And that would be fine with me. I don't care. So that's, did I say hi, Goldie? One of them might fit in here. Just because, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I got done today. And so that's what I got. How many more of the prompts? I wrote the ones I have left out separate. So I finished stripes. I did the paper clip. I did the quilt. I did the emoji. I'm not going to count that as tissue paper, but if I'd have thought even a little bit, I would have used tissue paper and cut out circles. So yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done, which means I've only got 12 left. I'm going to be eligible for the prize here really quick. One day this week, I'll just sit down and draw my day. That'll be easy enough. Thanks, Judio. So yeah, next week you'll see this one completed. I will let this sit and dry now until morning. And when it's completely dry, it's going to feel like total plastic. Yeah. So that'll be way cool. And that's it. I've got a big fat mess to clean up here. I hope you're happy. Yeah. But I'll clean it up. Maybe half an hour. Be done. And you guys, I know your time is valuable, and I very, very much appreciate you spending it with me and us. And if you finish your scabby hunt, let me know so I can get you on the list. And I guess I'm on to something else. You're finally home? Yeah, watch the replay. You'll be bored to tears, Devin, but good luck. But yeah, anyway, love you guys. I'm getting out of here now. See you, bye.